Why am I so stiff? I'm sitting here like grabbing onto this microphone like my life depends on it. I can calm down, I think. Um I love how I'm acting like I never like did this. Like I've been talking to a camera for the past 8 years of my life. I don't know why now suddenly I'm acting like it's a new thing and like it's awkward, but this is like this is can I talk without stuttering? Is that an option? I don't think so. Anyway, I love how I'm going to talk about a topic today that I truly cannot educate anyone on. I'm hoping that I make like a breakthrough talking about this topic. Let's talk about trying new things. This is me trying a new thing, and as you can tell, I'm not fucking good at it at all, whatsoever. I'm genuinely, I don't know why I'm sweating. I swear to God, if you can hear every single mouth sound and every single fucking spit follicle going through my throat, I don't know what I'm gonna do. That might actually be my 13th reason, especially because I'm the one editing this. So if I have to sit there and listen to every. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I do not know what I'm gonna do. Warning, when I get uncomfortable, I speak in a British accent. Not a good one either. It's pretty bad. Um, why do I do that? I don't know. If this whole episode is me speaking British, mind your mind your business. Mind your own goddamn business, okay? Welcome. As I said, let's talk about trying new things. This is me trying a new thing cuz I'm terrible. I'm truly probably one of the like worst people at trying new things. Every new thing that I have tried in the past couple of years, maybe also in my life, I have quit because I cannot accept the fact that I'm not immediately like perfect at them. Just me? No. I know you little fuckers fucking feel the same way. And if you don't, please don't tell me cuz I have to feel like I'm not alone to feel better. Um no, but okay, let's get serious for a second if that's possible. Why is it that it's hard to try new things? Like what exactly is the issue behind that? Cuz like I don't know if it's just like insecurity and the fact that, by the way, please ignore my nails. I have an appointment tomorrow. Um as you can tell, I'm embarrassed by it cuz I sound like a little British lad. Anyway, um where was I? This is going to be the most chaotic fucking thing ever. I am still sweating. I can literally feel sweat follicles come out of my pits. Why is it that trying something new is so embarrassing? Like, does it stem from insecurity? But I don't know what exact insecurity that would be. Like, the insecurity of not being perfect at everything you try? Because that doesn't feel like a very specific insecurity. Does that make sense? Because, like, if I say I'm insecure about, let's say, the thickness of my hair. Okay, I can say I am insecure about how thin my hair is and about how my hair usually looks. I like the color and I like the fact that I have wavy hair, but I don't like how it looks when it's down. Like my natural hair. I don't like it. Makes me feel insecure because I don't think it looks pretty. That to me is a specific insecurity. Being like, "Oh, I'm insecure at not being perfect at everything." I'm insecure at not being perfect at I'm insecure at let me take a breather, take a step back, and try this again. Saying that you're insecure at not being perfect at why is perfect at such like a like difficult combination for me? Combination. I gave myself goosebumps by how uncomfortable I just made myself. Comment down below if you also got goosebumps. Anyway, I'm gonna start crying. Just out of I don't even know out of what emotion, but I'm gonna start crying. And when I do, mind your business. Anyway, I should really put in an anyway counter because I don't want to know how many times I said that. Anyway, the point I was trying to make was saying that you're insecure about like not being perfect at something you're trying or doing doesn't feel like a specific insecurity. So it's hard for me to like say that that's, I don't know, it feels like too broad. So it feels to me like wrong to say, oh, the only reason why I'm insecure at trying new stuff is because I'm insecure. Like, yes, that might be a part of it. And my insecurities, like my general insecurities, might play into that because I'm an insecure person. But I don't feel like that in itself is an insecurity. Yeah? Okay. I I don't know. I was trying to like kind of figure out why I personally struggle so much with trying new things. And also why I feel embarrassed even when I'm alone. Like I rarely do new things around people. So what am I embarrassed of? Do I feel embarrassed in front of myself? Like girl, I'm the one wiping my own ass after taking a shit. How can I be embarrassed of anything? Like I am there for all of my embarrassing moments. I can't not be there. I'm me. So how am I going to be embarrassed at trying? How am I going to be embarrassed of myself for trying? Like that doesn't make sense to me logically when you think about it. It's like how am I shaming myself and being embarrassed by myself for not being good at something, but I'm trying this new thing that I'm not good at yet alone. Like there's no one around me to judge me. Why am I the one judging me? How am I still going to sit there and judge myself for trying? And like you see how I understand this, but then I try something new and then I still sit there and judge myself. Make it make sense. That's why I'm also mainly talking about this because I'm trying to get to the depths of this problem, to the pits of this problem, to the root, to the core of this problem. The yes, I want to get to the root of this issue. I still don't know if that's the saying. I don't even know if there is a saying. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Cuz I'm trying to find a solution. Cuz I it is it I've come to a point in my life where it is time to start new hobbies and start trying out new things. Yes. Or maybe continue on my old hobbies that I dropped because I wasn't immediately fucking perfect at them. You see how funny our brains are, or at least mine is? As I'm recording this, and it's not like I didn't think about this. I know it seems like I didn't. It seems like I like literally just propped up a camera and like started recording. But I literally like, dude, sorry my chair squeaks. I I took notes. I literally wrote down notes for this. And I've thought about this concept for a long time. So it's not like I just sat down and just decided to do this without like thinking about it. I genuinely thought it was a good idea. And I'm sitting here doubting myself. Why? I don't know. I don't know what these like crazy expectations are that I have for myself and my creations. I'm getting a call. Well, can't pick up now, can I? Well, I can also not pick up. Okay, okay. I didn't even know where I ended off, but I just was on the phone for like 10-15 minutes and almost started crying because I had such a bad feeling about this podcast. Like, how do I explain this? I literally haven't even like finished filming it, and I'm already in my mind like, oh, this is not good. Like, why does my brain function like that? Like, why do I? It's like as if I killed a flower before it even had the time to bloom because I thought that it might be ugly. I don't know why my brain functions like this, but I'm glad that I'm aware of it, and I'm glad that I'm like getting more and more awareness about how severe it is. Because I don't know, I don't know. Okay, since I have no fucking clue where I've left off, and I'm still trying not to fucking cry over like literally not even spilled beans. The beans haven't even been spilled, and I'm already crying. And you're not even supposed to cry over spilled beans. I'm I'm crying over unspilled beans that might get spilled. Can you tell that I'm a Pisces? Yeah. Yeah, I love crying about fucking everything, don't I? Anyway, let me look at my notes. So I actually might have like bring back structure to this. And I might also finally remember what I was saying earlier. Okay, what did I write this? What did I write here? Why do we feel embarrassed to be bad at something even when we're alone? No one has seen the work we created, yet we're ashamed it's not perfect. I know that that was one thing I was talking about. I know that I kept focusing on the fact that I feel embarrassed of myself and my work, even when there is no one else watching. Like, how can I be embarrassed if there's no one even looking at me or at my work? Because embarrassment in like most scenarios is created through like people seeing you do something embarrassing. There's no one watching, so where's the embarrassment coming from? And because I've been already playing around with this thought for a while, I came to a possible conclusion. Okay, sorry, I was scared. I wasn't even recording. I came to a possible conclusion, and the possible conclusion being, what if the only reason why we feel bad and feel embarrassed and not being perfect is due to comparison? Like, due to the fact that we compare ourselves to other people, no matter if it's people we know or people from social media or people from movies. What if the source of embarrassment about not being perfect comes like all stems from nothing but comparison? Because if I tried out something that no one has ever done before, which I know that's basically impossible at this point, but let's say there's like a sport that has never existed before. I invented it. How can I know if I'm good or bad at it if I'm the first one doing it? I can't because there's no one to compare myself to. I'm automatically going to be the best at it because I'm the only one doing it. So I'm like on top, I'm number one because I'm the only one. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Honestly, this is just me rambling on about the fact that I struggle to try new things. But I know that so many people in my circle have the same issue. It's like, it's so hard to like allow yourself to just try something new and be bad at it. When I see people like trying new hobbies on social media, obviously social media is fake, da da da, like whatever, they might have the same struggles that I do, but it seems like there are actual people out there that are okay with being bad at trying new things in the beginning. And they're fine with like developing a skill slowly but surely. And I don't know why there is like specific skills that are that I'm so okay with not being good at. Like for example, cooking. I'm not necessarily embarrassed by the fact that I'm not the best cook. I know that I know how to follow a recipe and I know that I can make good meals. Maybe not every meal is going to be good, but that's okay. Why is it so fine for me to not be perfect at cooking, but I get embarrassed if I'm not perfect at drawing or playing the piano or anything like creative? I feel like I get insecure about if I'm not immediately good at it. Maybe also because I expect myself to be really good at those things because I am a creative person. And maybe then I just get frustrated because I'm not like naturally good at it from like from the get go. I don't know. What else did I write down? Oh, how can you stick to doing those things? Like, how can you stay on top of doing something you're not good at? How can you enter a mindset that allows you to just have fun instead of focusing if you're good or bad at it? I low key cooked with these questions. Am I cooking with the answers? Absolutely not. Genuinely, no clue what the fuck I'm saying. Okay, another question I wrote down as like a little food for thought is does it all lead back to comparing yourself? Like does the fact that you can have fun just trying something new and you have to immediately like think about the fact if you're good or bad at it, does that also once again lead back to comparing yourself? You know, you know what a realization is that I have often. So obviously I guess I never actually fully realize it, but it does pop into my head every once in a while. It's not that serious. And if you're asking yourself now, what is not that serious? What the fuck is this bitch talking about? Nothing is actually that serious. Most insecurities and most thoughts that you have, at least the overthinking ones, the answer to them is it's not that serious. And I wish I could finally get to a state where I can live by that quote and not just say it. Because I literally have it written on my mirror. I literally wrote onto it. It's not that serious. When did I write that? Beginning in the beginning, in the beginning, in the in the in the beginning, in the beginning of this year. I wrote it's not that serious onto my mirror at the beginning of this year, literally days after New Year's Eve. Like probably 4 days into this year, suddenly my choice is clear. Literally 4 days into this year that is now almost over, I wrote onto the mirror, it's not that serious. I don't know why I love to feed into my negative delusions. I love how I decided to just make a podcast instead of going to therapy. But I guess this is free. Yeah, no, that's all I have. That's all I got. This is free. And it might be entertaining to someone. It reminded me of was it Judge Judy? Where that one old man was just like, and then she looked at him and went, was it Judge Judy? I don't know. I hope it was. What else did I write down? Because I feel like I keep just asking myself, is it all about comparison? And then going back to the fact that, yes, it might be. Probably is. Um, oh, how can you give yourself validation that you usually crave from others? So I'm the type of bitch that loves and needs and craves validation. There is nothing as delightful and beautiful as being told, good job, good girl, did good. Me? I you I did a good job? You think me did something good? Thank you. I don't know from what insecurity and trauma that stems from, but I don't feel like unpacking that right now. So we'll just accept the fact. Well, we we will just accept the fact that I do love and crave validation, and so do many people. Some more than others, but it's nice. It's nice to get some validation. It's nice. It feels good. Me making this video is nothing else but a cry out for validation. Because if I see comments that are saying, hey, I feel the same way, then I'm what? I'm being validated. Exactly. And that makes me feel less crazy and makes me feel less lonely. I don't feel lonely. But if I did, that would make me feel less lonely. Anyway, how can you give yourself validation that you usually crave from others? I don't like that. I guess we would have to define what the difference is between getting validation from someone else and giving yourself validation. But I feel like I, at least myself, don't give myself enough validation. And that's probably why I crave it so much from others. Oh my god, I'm having a breakthrough. I am breaking free. I'm soaring. I'm flying. I don't even know if that's the lyrics. I never watched High School Musical. So disappointing. I can't believe I just realized that I do not give myself enough validation and that's why I crave it from others. Let's say it one more time. I don't give myself enough validation and that's why I crave it so much from others. One more time for the people in the back. I do not give myself enough validation, so that's why I crave it so much from others. All all I've learned from recording this and having the little 10-minute break phone call in between is that I have to be nicer to myself. Like, genuinely, all I've realized is that I have to be nicer to myself. We have the whole insecurity and comparison part, which is what is making it hard to try something new. But now we have the whole dilemma of lack of validation from yourself, which plays into not sticking to the new thing that you just tried. No, but it's hard to stick to my throat want to talk to you, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm really truly sorry. Anyway, it is hard to stick to something that you're not good at until you get good at it because you're not giving yourself validation for the progress that has been happening. You know? I never also actually give myself a chance to progress in the things that I'm trying. Like, for example, drawing. I never tried to start with the basics. Like, I already set myself up for failure because I guess I'm scared that I will never achieve a level of success in the hobby or whatever I'm doing. With drawing, I never like taught myself the basics through, I don't know, like YouTube videos or anything. I would just like have an image in my head. I'd be like, yeah, I want to paint that or I want to draw that. Take some paper, take a pen, and I go at it. And then I'm frustrated because it doesn't look like what I imagined it in my head. But how can it look like that if I never even taught myself how to do the basics, you know? Oh my god, self sabotage is such a fucked thing. I could make a whole video just about self sabotage because goddamn, I do that shit 24/7 in every aspect of my life. It all goes back to just self love. I feel like there's a lack of self love, which then leads to the lack of validation, and which then also leads to the insecurities, which then leads to not allowing me to try something new and not be good at it. I don't know, like it's just not that serious. You see, I'm not gonna involve you in this. I'm me alone. I'm just spinning in circles at this point. But somehow it's helping me. Somehow I'm making the circle I'm walking in smaller and smaller until I eventually just stop and realize what's going on. Real eyes, realize, realize. Okay. Ooh, the last thing I wrote down. I swear we're gonna get somewhere with this, and I'm gonna try my best to give you an answer to, or like, initial question. Did I ever ask the initial question? I don't know. We're just gonna act like it was the initial question, and I'm gonna hopefully give you an answer. But let's get to these questions first. Is it a pure discipline thing? Is it about insecurities, or is it about having too many distractions and not allowing yourself to be bored? Boredom is such a big, important topic that we need to talk about. You cannot expect that you're gonna change and that you're gonna grow and that you're gonna try new things and that you're gonna prosper if you don't allow yourself to be bored. Boredom has become such a, like, boredom has become a stranger to us. We, like, our generation does not know what boredom is, or has at least forgotten what boredom is, and I feel like the next generations are even more fucked. When I used to be bored as a kid and I didn't feel like doing my homework, I would go outside, I would ring my neighbors' doorbells, and they would come outside and we would play. What do I do now when I'm bored? I pull out my phone out of my fuck ass pocket and I scroll. It's just about the fact that instead of living on our phones and on social media, we should actually maybe live out here, you know? Live in fucking real life, put our phones away, and do something fucking actually meaningful. We need to learn to, like, just be bored again. We have to allow ourselves to be bored. We have to, like, when you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I'm bored, do not pull out your fucking phone. Just sit there with that boredom. And especially if you're a creative person, fucking dude, boredom is the best thing that can happen to a creative person, because an overload like social media will kill your creativity. And I see that happening to me all the time. I can't consume media and consume content and create content at the same time. It just will, and that it once again leads back to comparison. Because then I'm going to compare myself to all of the content creators I'm watching and the ones that are already successful. And then I'm going to question why I'm not successful. And then I'm going to try to do what they're doing and then wonder, oh, why is it not working? It's not working because it's not you. Like, you can't fucking be a second Brittany Broski or a second Emma Chamberlain or a second Alicia Marie or like, there's no seconds of those people. I can be a fucking duplicate, but that's not what I want to do. The whole reason why I'm making content is not to be a fucking duplicate of someone who's already making content. I can appreciate their content and enjoy it, but then also create my own with my own personality, my own soul, my own depth, you know? It's so crazy how it's all connected once again with just comparison, and if you take in too much, you're going to end up giving nothing. Jeez, I don't even know how do I bring a structure into all of the shit I just said. I don't know. Is it even necessary to bring in structure to all of this? Or is it good enough to just summarize it as be kind to yourself and allow yourself to be bored? I feel like that's the main two things that I'm gonna draw from today's fucking therapy session apparently. I keep thinking about the phone call I just had cuz it made me realize that I was suppressing emotions I didn't realize I was even having. Why am I tearing up right now? I don't know. Am I low key embarrassed by it? Not really. I wouldn't call it embarrassment. I guess it's more of I don't. It's hard. I'm a very vulnerable person, and I'm a very emotional person, and I'm learning to not regret my vulnerability. You know. Anyway, um, I keep thinking about the phone call because I was talking to my man, and he asked me what I was doing, and I was like, "Oh, I'm working on the podcast." But I'm kind of lost. Like I don't know. I'm not even like I haven't even fully started doing it and I already feel bad about it. I already feel like I'm failing at it although I haven't even tried yet. And he told me, "Hey, just remind yourself that you have already done other projects that you're proud of. Stop thinking about what other people are thinking because it doesn't matter. And if you do want to think about what other people are thinking, then focus on the positive. Focus on all of the positive feedback you've gotten over the years and just allow yourself to get into a state of mind where you're proud of yourself and the work you've done." And for at first it was hard to like accept that because it's hard for me to be proud of myself because there is, I guess, a lack of self-love or at least trust in myself and my work and my creations. Um but just hearing from someone else like, "Hey, I have the same struggles. Just try to not get lost in the sauce, try not to overthink it, and keep reminding yourself that you're doing well and that you've been doing well." And as I said, at first I didn't want to accept it, but then I was like, you know what? All I can do is try again. I was so close to like restarting from the beginning because I had to stop the first recording so I can pick up my phone. Um and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just restart from like the beginning. I'll just scratch everything I just said and I'm going to start from the beginning. But I know for a fact that if I did that, I would have just gotten even more lost in the sauce cuz then I would try to like reiterate the stuff I've already said without actually knowing what I've just said. I don't know, I'm once again just rambling. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it helps to be vulnerable with the people around you and just share the struggle that you're going through because most of the time your close friends and the people around you are going to be nicer to you than you are in moments like those, and it might help you snap back into it and realize that you're being kind of mean to yourself. Um so yeah, don't be afraid to reach out to people regarding stuff like that or just in general. Don't be afraid of reaching out to people. Yeah. Anyway, be kind to yourselves and enjoy some boredom. Allow yourself to be bored. I feel like some great things might come around from that boredom. This is like boredom is one of the reasons why I am starting this podcast because instead of sitting on my phone and doing fuck ass nothing, might as well start a podcast and see if it's fun for me, if it's fun for other people that might be watching it, and you never know. You never know where the path might lead you to. like this was just an hour of me rambling, or however long I've been sitting here and rambling. Um, but that's okay too. I don't know. I am not gonna beat myself up about the fact that I don't have a structure yet. This is the first episode. I'm gonna consider this a pilot episode just to, test the waters, and eventually I'll have a structure. Or I might not. Maybe that's the structure of this podcast, not having one, not having a structure. Thanks for listening to me talk about trying new things and whatever else I rambled about the rest of the time. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Okay.